Hi, I'm Hannah, and you're watching Popfuzion TV. Today we are joined by motivational group iCrushGoals. Ladies, welcome to the show. Can you please go around and introduce yourselves individually with your name and your professional title?
My name is Taneisha Ramsey, but all my friends call me T because T stands for tenacious. You have to be tenacious when it comes to going after your goals and dreams. And currently, I'm going after that dream as the new vice president of Believe in Your Dreams Digital Network. We are here to inspire the world with clean television, and I can't wait to come to a city near you. Thank you.
All right, Gissele.
Hi, how are you all? My name is Gissele Donovan, and I'm a mentor, I'm a chemist, and I lead an amazing group of women that we all help everybody in all these aspects in beauty, in hair, and feeling confidence, because if we are a woman of confidence, we can conquer everything.
All right. And Eseverere.
Hi everyone, this is Eseverere here, and I'm also known as the 5 to 9 CEO. I help people to go with what they love, do what they love to do, whatever they're passionate about, to bring out the best in them. I'm a coach, I'm a motivational speaker, and I am also currently a queen, right? That's like my latest resume, yeah. So I'm happy to be here.
All right. And I'm Lisa George. I like to say I'm a best love love. And recently I'm starting to call myself Queen Sa. Thanks to Gissele, I now have a crown. And so everything that I do just flows from, and everyone here should get a crown. So you got to get rid of that hat and get the crown. So I mean, everything that I do, I'm a publicist, author, poet, speaker, host, mom, just flows from just raising the vibration and spread love.
Wonderful. Very nice to meet you, ladies. I'm very excited to be speaking with you today, and let's get into it. So I want to know, we have been through so much in 2020 with the pandemic and many other tragic events, including the loss of many lives. We've been through many protests, elections, and so much more. What would be some advice that you guys could give to our viewers in order to help us remain positive during these times?
Wow. Who wants to go first?
Me.
Okay.
Okay, so to everybody, I suggest to stay focusing in the positive aspects, because sometimes we just stay watching, for example, the news. Everything is negative, and when there is something called the law of attraction, the law of vibration. So if you are vibrating in that level, so then everything that you're going to attract is that. So let's start reading a book, let's start listening to something like this, right? So to start hanging out with people that have different mentalities, so the ambience that you're creating is different.
All right. Who else?
Yes. I think, Gissele, you're straight on with that. In order to change your mindset, you have to continue to feed positive energy, positive thoughts. It's easy to feed your mind negativity. That happens automatically. Anyone can look in a room, or you could even look in the mirror and see that one little strand of hair out of place.
Yep.
Or you can start looking in the mirror at your overall beauty and just being thankful. I think it starts with gratitude. When you start focusing on the blessings that you have, and that what you have left is what you need, it makes all the difference in the world. Don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on what you have, and then the more gratitude you have, the more good things will come your way.
Mm-hmm. That's very.
I'll go next this one. Yeah, okay. I grab the mic.
Yeah.
Okay. My sisters Gissele and Taneisha has spoken very well, and I really love the point, the angle that it came from. But one thing I want to also add to that will be self-love. Like, take care of yourself in this time, because there's just so much going on, especially we as women, right? And most of the time, what you need right now, you're surrounding yourself with positive people, like Gissele said, right? We're careful about those things that are coming into us. You want to take care of yourself, because it actually starts from within. Like whatever is happening inside is what's going to be reflected outside. So we have to be very careful. So self-love, self-care is something that we should take very, very dear this period, just so that we can stand the test of time. Okay, there's definitely going to be, trouble. Trouble will always be, the news will always, that's why it's called news, right? But we have to take care of ourselves. Take care of yourself, do the things, focus on the things that will make you happy, the things that will, because it's just so much going on out there, just so that you can stand at the end of the day.
Yeah. And they all gave something really good. And I would just say, if you are going through something, go there, but just not stay there. And that's pretty much, and just be honest with wherever you are. If you're really happy, be really happy and unapologetically. And if you're really sad, be really sad. And if there are people who can't take you being sad, mad, angry, or whatever, then those aren't the people to be around during those times.
Definitely. I 100% agree. I love the responses that you ladies provided. And in response to that as well, I completely find myself incorporating positivity into staying physically active. I find myself that helps me staying fit, both mentally and physically. And speaking to that, I'm curious to see if you guys have any recommendations in regards to how important it is to stay fit, both mentally and physically, and what your suggestions are to that.
Well, I think we all work out, but I've been putting myself through these challenges in addition to what I do. So I'm now at 50,000 punches, and that's just a goal for me. Someone said that I'm really dedicated to the cause, and I'm just, find something fun, there are a lot of other things that we can be doing, but if it's not something that you like, then it's not going to be it. And then I have hard stop times when I work, like I'm going to stop at 4. I'm going to do this, not work on this particular day. There's some times, although people swear I'm not off social media, there's some times where I'm ghost on social media. And not because my social media world is mostly positive, but I just think it can keep us there. And that's not, for me, a real world. It is an extension of the world, but it's not the real world. So that's something I would recommend to people.
Yes,
Yes.
and okay, go
ahead.
Eseverere.
Go, Queen.
I'll go again.
Okay, so something that this year for me is like 2000. I'm sorry that my kids are screaming, but that's what that's what we love this, right? Because we can stay with the kids and do everything. So what I was saying is that this year I said to myself, I have to start pouring more into my body, because let's say something like, we can be positive and everything and all these, but if you feel sick, you don't really can demonstrate that, right? And as a leaders and as a women, that we want to show and demonstrate to others that we have to take care, not only like mentally, but physically. So this year I said, you know what, I have to just do something different. And so I started going to the gym, like being very consistent, but not only that, but feeding myself with the right food. Because at the end of the day, I can just go and run like 2 hours, but then eat a pizza and it's not really, matching my goal. So, so having that goal right there and saying, you know what, I want to look better. I want to feel better, because not to say anything, guys, but if you look at the mirror and like in January, I was like, I don't really like how I look. So it made me feel maybe a little bit, like maybe uncomfortable. So I said, what are you going to do in order for you not to feel this way? So let's start having that goal and then going after it. So that is very important, because not only you have your right mindset, but also put everything into it, because I think that is called success.
Mm-hmm. And Gissele just put herself on some 1 month thing, and you don't have to say the pound, but her transformation was crazy in 30 days. Yeah, she set a goal and hit it.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes, we're going for more.
Amazing. I am a firm believer of what they're saying now, that health is the new wealth. If you don't have your health and you have all the money in the world, but you can't get up and enjoy it and go outside and live life, then you're not rich at all. You know, and as a registered nurse, I've been a registered nurse for the past 17 years. And one of the things that I was responsible for was to bring health and wellness to communities that were in health disparities. And so as a registered nurse, I just always felt like you have to walk the talk, right? You can't inspire someone or kind of tell them what they need to be doing at the same time you're not willing to do it. It's called hypocrisy, right? And some of us do it and don't even realize it, but that's something that I really take serious. I take serious being accountable to me first and foremost, and then being accountable to the others that are around me that I'm attempting to coach. You can't preach something that you're not willing to walk out yourself. And so I have found that riding bikes, something that I haven't done since I was 10 years old, probably. I started riding my bike. I have my little basket on the front. I put my portable speaker in there, play whatever I want to listen to, and the neighborhood hears it. And sometimes people are like, yes, go. And sometimes people are like, would you turn that down? But it doesn't matter, because guess what? I'm going to hear a horn that beeps at me. I'm going to be safe. I'm not going to have my headphones on and not be able to hear my surroundings. So I think it's just so important to remember that you are the biggest advocate for health being the new wealth, and how you look and how you feel. I know I just moved to a new town, and it's easy to get caught up into not having a routine, not having a schedule. And I found as soon as I got off of my dedicated schedule of getting up at a certain time and doing my prayers, doing my meditation, doing my affirmations, doing my mindset coaching, doing my bike riding, that I stopped doing a lot of other things, because bad habits start going into other areas of your life. And then you start eating what you want to eat. You start looking at what you want to look at, because you don't have that structure anymore. So I would just say, keep a structured environment. I mean, structure is really freedom, because if you don't have structure, time in the day, it's going to go by. It's going to go by fast, and every different thing is going to eat up your time, and you're going to be asking yourself, what happened to today? And that's because you didn't have any structure to your day. But make sure you include health, and that's the new wealth, included in your day.
I strongly agree with you, Taneisha. Health is the new wealth, right? And really, we have to take care of our mental being. That's what's going to show in our physical appearance. And one practical tip I can give, for me, something that works for me is something as simple as, like, I know at the beginning of this year, or was it towards the end of last year, I tasked myself that I was going to be going to the gym, right? But I didn't follow through with that. But one thing that works for me regularly every day is as simple as playing a good music and dancing to it. Just dancing for no reason. Like, like somebody like, what are you celebrating? Like, I don't know. I'm celebrating myself. I'm celebrating me. I'm celebrating my life, right? Something as simple as that. I'll give you a practical example. I'm right here right now in Orlando because I came here to contest for a national pageant, right? And that ended well. I came out second runner up. I'm presently Miss Tennessee for the Global Continental National Pageant. But I came here with, thank you. That's why I said I was a queen. I was like, the latest president is sorry? Sorry, okay. I was saying that my later resume is a queen. So, but I have a friend. I had a friend flying from Atlanta with me, and she is a woman. She has been doing a lot. I'm using her, and I'm sure she's listening somewhere, but she'll be all right. But she's been doing a lot of, you know how we take care of other people, and sometimes we forget to take care of ourselves. But she's using this time right now for herself. And something as simple as just turning on a song on our phone and just playing with ourselves for her physically and mentally, and guess what, is radiating physically. So that's just like a typical example of how we can, something that we can do, and this is what has been working for me. Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, ladies. I think that you guys provided a beautiful amount of insight into staying fit, both mentally and physically. And next, I want to ask you guys, I've noticed that a lot of you guys are business women, and I was wondering what advice you would have to give to somebody about starting a business and then creating and maintaining generational wealth.
Well, the biggest advice I can give is to make sure it's what you really want. What is your why? Why are you doing it? Because only the why that comes from a heart of a fulfilling place, that is the only thing that's going to sustain you. That's why businesses, most small businesses close within the first 5 years of operating, because you don't want to do it after a certain amount of money isn't in the bank and you're robbing Peter to pay Paul and you have to work 100 hours a week, not 40 when you were working for someone else. Now you have to work 100. So make sure the most important thing is why, because at the end of the day, money can't be the only reason, because money comes and goes. So make sure you know your why. And in order to establish generational wealth, make sure you're not just spending on material things, but that you're investing. I have a mindset of investing now. I look for opportunities to invest so that my portfolio can keep growing. And I'm no longer just thinking about me. That's a survivor's mindset, right? So when you start to evolve and you start to thrive, you start to think about more than yourself, not just your family's wealth, but your community's wealth. I think about being philanthropic. What can I do to help underserved women, women that are in abusive relationships? Because I'm a domestic violence victor. I don't call myself a survivor. I call myself victorious over domestic violence, because I'm no one's victim. I was set up, and it's set up to strengthen me and to have more focus and to have more belief in God and my faith, that I know that he covered me. So just make sure when you're thinking about generational wealth, you're even thinking about more than your family. I challenge you to think about your community. Think about that thing in your heart that's going to drive you to say, if it's homelessness, that you're going to feed a certain amount of people. You're not just going to feed your family, you're going to feed your community. You're going to make a difference in bringing clean water to the world. And you'll see that so many different doors will open up for you, because it's not just about you. It's about how you can change and bring something to the world and leave a legacy. I want to leave something here when I go besides material things.
Okay, thank you, Taneisha. Just running on that, once you know your why, the next thing I want to advise someone that is just starting a business will be, who do you want to serve? Who do you want to help? Because it's gonna help you. It's gonna, kind of bring everything together for you. So when you know why, know who, you will be very specific on how you go about your business, so you're not frustrated, especially in this time that we are in right now.
And in addition to what the lady said, I like to say to be illogical. I've been saying that a lot. We were all in the same mindset group, and we're gifted with the reminder of the word illogical. We are now talking to each other on this platform because someone was illogical and came up with this and other ideas to support this. And so just be logical, because there's nothing logical when we're doing a lot of business things, and so if we were to think like that, we wouldn't do what we're doing to be that. And then also, I'm really big on generational wealth. And during this time, even though we're kind of coming out of the pandemic, I would encourage people to keep learning. I've learned a lot. I've always been a saver and investing, but I stepped up my investment game, and I'm more financially savvy, and wasn't intending on going into real estate yet. But then my son has an interest in it, so we started going down that path, and the blueprint's right there. There's nothing hidden. It's right there. Someone said the success leaves clues. It's right there. So people should look into it and align themselves with others who want to do the same thing, so you can continuously get that fuel in the form of information for both starting your business and building generational wealth.
Wow, that's amazing, Lisa. Yeah, that's awesome. And also, I wanted to close, like, knowing your why, knowing, who you want to serve, knowing all these details. My advice, I have three advices. I have, first, do it anyways. If you're scared, do it anyways, because you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great, right? So the second one is that go all in. That's what happened to me. I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't done this. Like, I don't know about hair. I don't know about skin. You know what I'm going to lose? Nothing. So I just earned, so many things. and amazing experiences. Amazing experiences. And the third one, be consistent. If you have all these things, okay, so let's do this, but be consistent every single day, just like Taneisha says. This is not something like we are going to work certain amount of hours. You have to work it every day. Like for me, what I do is just part of my life. I don't see it like a work. I love what I do. I work all the time, but it's like I don't feel like working. So it's a passion. It's something that you know who you're serving, you know who you're helping. I'm helping so many women creating a second income and not having inventory. So it's like, what do I like? Can I have a business like this? Yes, I can help you with that, you know? And it's just amazing.
I do want to add though, I think people should be prepared to be scared. And it's okay to be afraid, you know? And it's simple to say, well, do it afraid. And Eseverere helped me reframe things, because some of the things that we look at as dark things, you know, darkness actually, and fear and nervousness. We wanted to get on this call. I'm sure none of us were nervous, you know, just to put on our makeup, take a shower. You are not going to be nervous about that, but you'll be nervous about something that's going to stretch you. So I will encourage anyone who wants to start their business and, you know, learn about generational wealth to embrace that and actually just have fun with it. Eseverere and I have named ours. I forgot what my name is, but we name these things now. Just have fun with it and dance with it. And I'm sure my other sisters, Taneisha and Gissele, have ways of dealing with them that we all talk about it. But you're gonna quote fail. I don't like the word failure, but you're gonna fail, and there's gonna be things that's gonna happen. But it's like the stock market, just keep going.
Right. I love what we heard, and I forgot who said it. I don't want to steal anyone's credit. But she said, make sure you fail fast and fail forward, because millionaires fail over 700 times. And I think it was someone that works with Gissele that was telling us that. And there's nothing, it's not really failure. It's actually just learning how not to do it that way.
Right.
Even if you start a business, there's nothing wrong with if you don't want to do that business and there's something else that's calling you. That's what happened to me. You know, I've been a registered nurse for 17 years. I was very comfortable starting my own home health business. That was my expertise, but it did not challenge me anymore. It didn't give me drive anymore. And when COVID happened, I said, you know, I think it's time to make a switch. Like, I had dedicated my life to nursing and healthcare, but now I can dedicate my life to help healing in another way, healing souls, healing mindsets, healing bodies in a different way. So it's never failure. You're just figuring out how it can't be done or shouldn't be done. And it's just a better way to get it done, to even get life done, because your best half is coming. You haven't lived your best days. Your best days are yet to come. And if you keep that in your mind and not think that you're washed up, or, oh, I'll never be this again, or I'll never be getting that again, that's a lie. You age like wine. You're finer and finer and refined. You keep getting better and better. And so I look at myself today with all the experiences of hurt, pain, rejection, all of it. And I say, you know what? I'm better there for it. I'm smarter there for it. I have more courage. I'm braver there for it. So never be concerned about the things that you experience, because it's just making you better, love.
And I do want to say one thing. I know you have another question. I had to look it up. I think Thomas Edison said, you know, in order to create the light bulb, that he failed 1,000 times, and we are all still benefiting off of that. So, but he didn't call them failures, he called them steps. So I guess all the failures were steps. And so I just wanted to add that.
Yeah. Well, I love it. Thank you guys so much for such beautiful answers. I feel so hyped. So wrapping it up, I want to ask you the final question of how can we at Popfuzion and as audience members, how can we help to support and do our part to add to this global positive movement that's been going on?
Well, I think you started by having us on. So I'm very honored. I know my sisters are honored. And, you know, the hashtag iCrushGoals, and each of us have a hashtag as well, but just keep spreading the word. You know, I know your platform is amazing. I took a peek at it and I was honestly smiling a lot, not because I was about to be on here, but it really is a positive. And I know you have that in your word, and it's positive. So just, you know, just keep encouraging people to be them.
Yes, awesome. And also to just keep doing this, because now more than ever we need platforms like this,
Mhm.
because like something that I learned during like becoming a motivational speaker is that not only like not everybody wants to live, they're afraid to, you know, to speak, or oh my god, I want to say this, but oh no, you know what, I'm not gonna say anything because it happened to me. Oh my god, what are they gonna think about my accent? And my sisters told me, your accent makes you you. You're amazing. I'm like, oh my God, thank you, you know? And these little things, we have to listen from someone else in order for us to hit it. Oh, okay, this is my aha moment. It's true. This is my accent. If I don't have this accent, then I wouldn't be maybe recognized the way I am, right? And so just keep doing, keep going. And if you have us here to support anything, because we are here just to keep changing and impacting more lives.
Thank you, yes, for this opportunity. It's amazing to be on this platform. Another thing I would say is keep looking for those authentic individuals. Keep looking for those stories that are authentic. Remember that diamonds, they have to be pressured before they can become diamonds. That coal has to be pressured, right? So finding people that are those diamonds in the rough like us, our history might not be that sweet, but guess what? Our ending is going to be the sweetest yet ever. And so people are looking for people that they can relate to. I don't know about you, but I don't really want to hear from someone who's never been through anything in their life. See,
Yeah.
I know what God's grace feels like because he has forgiven me for a whole lot of things. Sometimes I was the one doing the hurting. Sometimes I was the one that got hurt, but that's just life circumstances. Everything isn't peaches and roses. Even roses have thorns, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes you get pricked, but you got to keep on going. You got to keep on believing. So just keep having people that are willing to tell the truth, people that are willing to share their truth and be 100% authentic.
Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to everyone who has been watching. Please be sure to visit popfusiontv.com for more positive and inspiring stories.